Go.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Oh my days.
Okay, that's all. Ready when you are.
God, Jesus. That's it. Yeah. Just no gears. Woo! Now you can probably guess by the intro, I was in something pretty quick. Yes, it was incredible. I had the best shoot I think I've ever had. Shout out to Taka, he knows who he is. I'll pop his Instagram down there. I've got a hair in my eye, hang on. Obviously I could go back and record it all again, but you know my style. I don't. But yeah, so basically I had a day out in a, I've got to get this right, a Tesla Model S, 75D, uncorked, basically 500 odd horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Yeah, awesome. Drove it once, and I put my foot down a few times. Awesome, absolute, incredible machine. Big fan of Tesla anyway, big fan of SpaceX, Elon Musk, whatever he's doing, love or hate. I think he's trying to push, you know, the world in the right direction. Yeah, if he becomes super wealthy out of it, fair play. He's producing cars like that that are powerful, economical, obviously, they're electric. Build, I'm not going to say they're the best build in the world, but second hand, you get one for the price, bloody amazing. You can touch that for the price. And I didn't have expectations, but I was excited about doing the shoot, and I knew what was coming. But I hadn't been in one, and I tell you what, it was really, really nice to be in. Very quiet, as you can imagine. It's electric, but you know what I mean. Even road noise was quiet. The feed and how it produces the power is, yes, it's instant if you want it, or it's as much as you want. You'd be gentle on the throttle. It's very gentle. It's got all this kind of what's the name? Regenerative. I'm going to try and say it. It brakes for you. Regenerative. Oh bloody hell! It's late at night now. I'm a couple of beers in. I can't say the word. Anyway, basically, yeah. To recharge the battery, it sort of applies to brakes, but it's not the brakes. It's just the motors kind of slowing the wheels. It's got the dual motors, so it's front and back, powering all 4 wheels. And you let off, and if you let off quickly, it applies them quite quickly, and it slows the brake. It's not the brakes. It isn't the brakes. It's a weird concept to get used to. It doesn't brake for you. It does not apply brakes. It slows the motors that power the wheels. So they're essentially braking for you, and then obviously you can use the brake as well. Absolute crazy car. Droned on a little bit. So, first location. Right, in fact, I'm going to go to the second location first. I'm going to leave the first location for last. So I'll run a few pictures, a little bit of music of the second location, which was my more normal shots, as I like to say. I have a few styles of photography, as people that follow me on Facebook and Instagram, whatever, will know. I'm known for doing some pretty weird styles of editing, and I find my photography is more unique. I prefer the unique side of it, trying to take something and make it a bit unusual and a bit different, as opposed to just a stand-up, here's a face shot kind of thing. I try to edit, as we know, on a phone, and I try to make them different and a bit unusual. Love it or hate it, not bothered. I do my style, and I'm capable of doing both. So I'm going to show you the more normal shots first, of which some were with a polarizer filter, which I actually have here, just by chance because I left it on my camera, and some were not. Now I'm not all for polarizers. I know like the automotive world will say you need a polarizer, but it made this car that had been highly polished. I say highly polished. He'd polished it quite a lot. He'd polished his car so it was shiny and it reflected, and you got a lot of sort of contrast and stuff. As soon as I slapped the polarizer on, it made it look matte black, and it just wasn't that impressive. So some shots are with, some shots are without, and you can tell the ones that are with. For reflections in windows, it knocks it out quite well, but then again, you take the reflection away and suddenly you can see through the car. So then you can see the seats, or who's in it or whatever. And I don't know, I haven't done a great deal of it, and I've only got a polarizer for the one lens, so I don't use it that often, because for most car shoots I will go for the 50mm or some of these were done on the new one, on the new huge Canon job. But yeah, absolutely cracking. So here we go. I'm going to roll some of the first normal shots. Here we go. Now, the second location, which was the first location, but the second one I'm going to show you was the image I had in my mind when this guy contacted me and said, can you do some photos? Okay? Actually, I'll tell a lie. He didn't contact me asking for photos. His wife bought him a voucher for Father's Day for a photo shoot, and we used it for the car. He has got a family and kids, Taka. I know you're watching. But yeah, he wanted to do it on the car, and I don't blame him. You know what I mean? The guy spent some time and money on this, and it's his little baby, and he wants it, you know, good, and he wants to get it out there and share it with the world. So fair play to him. We used that on the car. But he still contacted me once he had the voucher, and he said, can we go do a photo shoot? And I had one location in mind instantly. Now, if you follow my Facebook or my Instagram, you will have seen some of these shots already if you've not seen them all. There is an old garage, as in from before the First World War, apparently. It's old. I was chatting to one of the guys who is now associated with it, but it's disused. Okay, I had this in mind instantly over in a place called Much Wenlock, over in Shropshire. And I drove past it with Steve Murray when we went out to do some night photography over on Clee Hill, and they'd covered it all up. They'd covered it all. And I was like, no, this was my shoot. This is next Friday. This was going to be my shoot. Like, they've covered the bloody pumps up. Like, that's it. Game over. So I thought, the powers of Facebook. So I put an advert on a local Telford group, and I said, does anyone know who owns the garage, the abandoned garage, or, you know, not abandoned, like, unused garage in Much Wenlock? And someone tagged the name, and I was like, is this them, or might they know who it is? And she put, this is them. So wicked. So I sent them messages, explained what I was doing. So she was like, brilliant, yeah, all for it. I'll get my partner to come down, we'll take all the covers off, we'll move the chains, and you can go in and do your shoot. And I was just like, yes, it's on. You know, as you've seen, we had one location backed up anyway, but I wanted this garage. And as soon as the guy said to me, I've got a Tesla, it was there in my head, you know, and all these images start fluttering around in my brain, which just doesn't stop working, and it bugs everybody who knows me, and people that know me hate it, and the wife hates me not doing it, and whatever. These images just flicker like some weird, I don't know, kind of, it's just how it works. I can't explain it. And I knew that was going to be the location, because it was fuel versus electric, abandoned, disused, gone versus the future. And that, to me, that was it. I had to go and do a shoot there. So I will leave you with some more photos. Me personally, I think they came out better than I planned. You know, we moved about a little bit, and we got some different locations. Like, you know, we moved the car about, and we had a few ideas of where to go and where not to go. And some of the originals compared to the edits are shocking. You know, you try and show a client the photos you're taking on the back of the camera, are like, but it won't look like this when it's done. You know, like, I have this vision in my head, and they just see it on the back of the camera, and if they go, oh, that's cool, then I'm onto a winner, because I think it's shit on the back of the camera, because I know that it's going to look better when it's edited, you know, on a mobile. Got to keep putting it out there, just got to keep saying it. But yeah, had a blast. Thank you, Taka, for using me and for picking me up, taking me out, let me drive it, whatever. Absolute blast. There are some big plans for it in the future. I have a small video lined up. I've got all the sound effects. I've got everything all downloaded, ready to go. I just need the nights to get a little darker, a little earlier. That's all. So yes, I'm going to leave you with these abandoned old versus future. And until the next video, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.